Good morning, Facebook. Finally all the way up. Yeah, it's the waking bake. I'm glad my sister stopped by in the morning. This morning's wake and bake comes courtesy of the baby sister and her best friend, her new buddy. I'm so glad they came by this morning. Because if it weren't for them, I'd probably still be laying in bed. I'm going to be real about it. They stopped in, to get themselves situated before they had to go run off and take care of some more business. And, they dropped off some wake and bake as the part of the morning. Hello! I love family, man. I love family. God is good. No. Dogs are good. God is greater. Therefore, he awesome all day, every day, all the time. Because I'm going to get what I want when I deserve it. Maybe not when I want it, but when I earn it, when I deserve it. When I show the Lord that I need to be blessed with this and I need to be blessed with that. Because I put in the work to get this or that. And that takes me into, today's topic. Plus, one of the last Kendra videos I was watching was on the boss chicks being a myth.
You guys, but I'm also going to do it a little differently so you can actually hear what's going on.
I'm only sharing the audio as like fair use part of the review.
I'm gonna actually let you hear it for real.
Oh shit, I forgot my lighter. Give me a second.
So great to see you, Robin. Thank you for having me.
Someday.
There we go.
Yes. You cannot hold back. You are really personal in sharing your story.
Boss chicks.
Well, I stepped down from BET about 3 years ago, and I was supposed to retire, but that never works for those of us who are used to working so hard.
Once again, I would like to state, I am only using the audio from this video, which is only using the audio from another video, and the fair use and review, okay? So Facebook gonna be getting on me. I'll be damned. We think we get this YouTube and we get this Facebook to be able to get in the game, and then we find out all the bullshit in the game. You can't use this sample or that sample without permission or declaring that they're making the game too hard for anybody to come in. And that's the whole nother show in itself. But for today.
And I always wanted to write a book, and I wanted to give advice to those coming behind me, because that's always been part of who I am. As a counselor in college, in law school,
Sounds good.
hiring at the law firm, blah, blah, blah. Built a great team at BET. And
that was a great team.
Pretty normal. I wasn't the smartest kid in the class. I was maybe 5th or 6th.
Okay.
I went to all black public high school. And I just want young people to know if I can do it, they can do it too. And they should dream big. And I looked around and I stepped down and realized there's still very few black female CEOs. And it's not anything I dreamt of, but now that I've done it, I loved it, and people come up to me and thank me for doing it, and I wanted them to know it is possible.
And you're so passionate and talking about the triumphs and triumphs and the challenges. I mean, you want to help, especially women in the workplace.
Right.
You talked about your working and personal relationship with your former boss at BET, Bob Johnson.
Right.
So what is your...
Okay, I'm pausing that right there, because I want to say this here. A working relationship limits a personal relationship. I've learned from my own experience, you can't pay your workers in sex, because sooner or later your workers just get dysfunctional when they think, that the personal relationship can outweigh the professional relationship. And I've done watched how professional relationships to tolerate when that personal relationship start to think it runs the professional. And that's just me speaking from my personal experience. You know, fucking my manager and fucking my accountant, fucking my cook, fucking my housekeeper. Really, when you have a professional relationship with somebody you work with and make money legitimately with, that will limit the personal relationship. And what I've learned from my experience, that personal relationship can't have no fucking sex. If you work with them, you can't fuck them. Because if you get to fucking them too long, too regular, and you start making that a regular form of payment for the services, then all of a sudden it'll fuck up the professional. Because that thing, long as they fucking, they ain't gotta actually do the work. And then that's where shit gets cloudy. That's what I learned from my personal experience. From fucking my accountant, fucking my cook, fucking my housekeeper, and fucking my manager. You know, sometimes it would go well, but I noticed that was always early in the situation. The longer it lasted, the worse the balance became. Okay? You know, it was due to the professional relationship that got me the chance to develop a personal relationship. And shit worked. As long as there was a balance. But when the sex increased, there became some serious, like, costs, charges, and, you know, negative side effects to the professional side. And that's why I'm going to say, when it comes down to it, if you're going to have a personal relationship with someone you are professionally already involved with, already have a professional relationship with, leave sex out the picture. Just don't put sex in it. If you work with them, if you get money with them, keep it professional. And when the personal relationship develops, keep sex out of it, because real talk, it works better. From my experience, I'm only speaking from my experience, I can have a personal and a professional relationship with a person as long as there's no sexual relationship in the picture. Like, I can be good friends with coworkers. I can be good friends with employees. I can be good friends with employers. Can't be lovers. Nah. Moment you start the fucking, we get into a whole different type of territory. Because point blank, there are businesses that are run by husbands and wives. And we got so many examples of that in a healthy manner, to where the business lasted long and well beyond the marriage. There are companies that were literally started by husband and wives working together as business partners, that when the husband was buried and the wife was buried, the company still continued to go on. We really need to look at how those things were structured and done to get a real good example of how it can be done. And I want to point out that you have to really look into it with a fine-tooth comb at how these many different companies that were able to last longer than the marriages that originally started them. And you will see clearly that in that type of situation, there are some very clear borders. There are some very stiff guidelines. It's not something anyone could just jump in. It takes seriously devoted, dedicated, and loyal and respectable people. Those are like the 4 main ingredients, the 2 that I fucking got to have. Without that, we get a whole lot of other bullshit like BET. And back to the...
What's your advice about that, the power dynamics for women in the workplace?
Right. Well, I wanted to tell that story because power dynamics are so important in a relationship, and especially if you're having a relationship with someone you work with. And we all know the potential pitfalls. I worked for Bob Johnson for 10 years before we had a personal romantic relationship, and he was
Sick. Like I was saying, I understand. I can relate with homegirl on that. 10-year rule I had once upon a time that said you put up my ass for 10 years, you didn't deserve the right to get the last name. 10-year rule. So I fully understand, that, she was cool. She did the cool thing. She really got to know the guy for about 10 years professionally before she started getting personal. But
the mentor and pushed me, and he's responsible for a lot of my success. We did have a relationship while we were both married. We ended up both.
Boom. This is where the bullshit begins. Okay, she was good on took 10 years to get to know him. Okay, you really got to vet the dude, peep the dude for 10 years. Okay, the personal romantic relationship is not supposed to start because you've seen that nigga was married. This is where the fuck up begins. This is where the fuck up. And the whole busting the myth of a boss bitch begins right there. You saw he was a good man. And then you had to make him your man. Okay. If you can get him to be your man while he's in that lifetime commitment, you're going down the wrong fucking road. If he had been spending the last 10 years peeping a nigga out and he won't in a lifetime contract with another woman, and you found him worthy to initiate a personal romantic relationship, you'd be on the right path. You'd be still going down the right path on this shit. But you saw the nigga had a ring, and you like, okay, I got to fuck him. I got to make this nigga mine. And he's already off the market. That is the beginning of the downward spiral.
Divorce, and then people knew about the relationship. It was part of my success. We did have a relationship while we were both married. We ended up both divorced, and then
Bah! Wasn't no longer in the beginning of the downward spiral. She was married, he was married, and y'all want to start a relationship. You're starting a personal romantic relationship on the wrong trajectory. That is downhill. It's not uphill. If you're not married, he's not married, you've known each other for 10 years, and y'all been working together, and you've been vibing, it's cool for y'all to go ahead and make a lifetime commitment because y'all can see the business relationship is going well. You know how to listen to him and follow his leadership. You're a good worker. You're a good partner. Okay? She said he was the mentor. He helped her get to her success, which means he brought her up to you on my level now, girl. Let's walk this walk. That's cool shit. But if y'all both had lifetime contracts already, okay, there was no need to be fucking. You already had lifetime contracts on that. That is when everything was just fucked up in the game. So what, you was able to keep it covered up, and then when y'all prove y'all won't shit violating y'all lifetime commitments, ain't nothing good to be said after that. I'm sorry. She got divorced. He got divorced. They both showed their vows will not be truly kept. So there's no need to go into a relationship to where it's supposed to be a lifetime commitment. When you're breaking the commitment, he breaking the commitment. That just broke everything. This just fucked everything up. As far as I'm concerned, that just fucked everything up. Literally. If she was single, if she was not married, not committed to a sexual partner for a lifetime already, and he wasn't committed to a sexual partner for a lifetime already, it could have been a good thing. But for her to openly admit that, you know, she liked adultery and he enjoyed adultery with her, this is the Adam and Eve in the garden bullshit again. Going against the clear instructions on how to do it properly. Knowing what is right and what is wrong, and willfully, intentionally choosing to do what they know is wrong.
Then people knew about the relationship.
Now, I'm just going to pause right there. For now, that's almost all you need to hear.
Point blank.
Behind every great boss chick black woman is usually a black man. Or he.
Now, I like the way she said that, but I gotta point out vice versa. It's the fact of the matter. Every great person has great support. No man nor woman has ever been recognized for what they're really good at and excelled at far better than others without the support of another, whether man nor woman. Every great man has had a good woman that encouraged him to reveal his greatness. She didn't help him refine his greatness, define his greatness, actually find it. It was her noticing what was great about him and telling him, you got to show everybody. And vice versa with a man. Girl, you good at this. Don't be shy about it. Don't hide it. We got to put this out there. This is something not just good for me and you. This is something we got to share with the world. It's too good to keep hidden. Baby girl, we got to put it out there. And I got your back, so don't nobody fuck you up in the process. You heard? Behind every great person, there is someone who sees what is great about them, encouraging them and helping them in any way that they can, whether man or woman. It's just, look at the history we got already documented. Every one of the best that we can actually look at, from the day one to the day of the greatest achievement, accomplishment, or recognizing of their greatness, we'll see that is the formula. It cannot be done many other ways. I mean, there's only a set amount of ways that you can do this for a man. There's only a certain amount of ways that a woman can help him to greatness. For a woman, there's only a certain way a man can help her to greatness. And real talk, if he can get her to show the world what's so great about it without fucking her first, that nigga own his shit. That nigga own his shit. If he can keep his dick in his pants while he getting it there, you know, then he can propose when it's, okay, girl, you done showed everybody why I want to marry you. Can we start fucking now? In my mind, and I gotta say this, in my mind, from my perspective, that's really how a good man can prove he a good man trying to get a good woman. Get her to show the world why he wants to marry her. And then start tapping them cakes. Like real talk. If you've seen any examples of what I'm talking about, please drop them in the comments. Because, like, seriously, there are men who have done that, who have literally helped women show everybody why they want to marry them. Then they started hitting them cheeks. You know, there has been quite a few cases of it in our history as people, humans. And the stories are out there. They're scattered around. You just got to acknowledge it. Okay? There's more cases where dudes sometimes have to lay the pipe to get her there. But, hey, there's a lot of cases where men, you know, needed a woman to encourage them carefully to get them there. I'm one of them niggas. Sure, no bullshit. And I got a woman really catching me with that good pillow talk. When I get out of that bed, I'm going to get shit done that I need to get done to get back in that bed and hear her talk sweet to me again. I'm just going to put it as plain and simple as, yeah, that shit's more common. Yes, it happens. Sometimes it's necessary. I mean, I've been on both ends of it. You know, she made me great. I helped her realize what's great about her. Been on both ends of this. You know, I didn't just have one relationship or two or three. I had a whole lot of practice in between before. And now, shit, after that last long run, I'm just feeling like now I need to share what I've learned from my experience. I don't even really feel like dating no more. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Really, I don't. Like 18 years of actually doing those type of partnerships. I want to take some time to myself and enjoy having friends, because I lost 18 years of being able to be, you know, just a friend. I've always had this extra workload, and I want to try to enjoy my life without that extra workload. I'm gonna be honest. Celibacy is looking like a serious option. The more I think about it and debate about it, I may just want to be celibate for like maybe 4 or 5 years, if I can go that long. I'm trying to think of a time in my life where I went a whole year or two without having sex with anyone at all, and that's a whole other conversation. Back to this video.
Any other man of some sort. For all of that black women's magic power, black magic whatever, black girl magic and all that kind of stuff, she got where she got because she was screwing her boss. Robert Johnson. Did you catch it? You over there? Sorry, man.
That's the reason why I be saying it. Like, if you're going to have a professional relationship and the personal relationship, don't have a sexual relationship, because if y'all decide to start having sex after y'all get out of that line of work because y'all been successful enough to take time off, boom, cool. Your sex work won't get confused with your actual real work that got you to your success. And that's the main reason why I say, whenever a man and woman are working together professionally, they need to keep the sex work out of the picture. Even in a personal relationship, keep the sex work out of the picture. So that way, whenever y'all achieve something, like a very popular network station having a solid 2 or 3 years of decent programming, they can say because it was done by decent people that weren't doing dirty shit after dark, you know, and on the down low. That's the main reason why it's so important when you're doing half personal relationships with people you are involved with professionally. Leave the sex out of it. Wait till y'all done the professional work, and y'all can close that chapter on that life to really open up other chapters in your personal relationship. Like, shit, y'all hooking up, getting married after y'all retired from the network. That'd be cool. But she's now retired from the network and the relationship. Bitch, this is when you're supposed to start a relationship. This is when you're supposed to start the personal sexual relationship. Because you ain't got shit else to do. And you started a relationship instead of starting your memoirs. You have better memoirs to read. I'm just saying. You did too much too early. Now what you got to do when you ain't got much to do?
She said we were both, married in a relationship, and then we were
doing too much at the wrong damn time. If y'all spouses had left while y'all was working, and y'all kept working as divorcees that were single, did their best to keep their lifetime contracts to the current sexual partner, and then them people skated, then y'all could have like a relationship, a healthy, good start. As you know, been married and the motherfucker left me, and I just want to be with somebody. Ain't going to get shit in better terms. Just saying, shit been better terms.
So y'all decided to have an affair with each other, cheating on y'all spouse, and you thought that relationship would end well?
Started wrong.
You knowingly got into a relationship. First of all, you knowingly cheated on your man. Then you got into a relationship with him knowing that he's knowingly cheating on his wife. And
So y'all both knew y'all won't up to no good, nothing good. Just tainted all your good works for this stupid shit.
He pushed you, and he's responsible for your success, correct? All the while, you knew you was cheating on your man, and you knew he was cheating on his woman. And then
and I want to point out, y'all was cheating yourselves out of the success y'all achieved together. Because, like, real talk, when you put it in the out, like she put it out there, so y'all really was bullshitting. And I mean, me personally, as I think back at the time that shit was going on, that explains why I didn't watch BET. I've been blacklisted and boycotted BET. And before I knew that shit was going on, while they was putting this shit, I was like, man, come on. That's where they fucked up everything. That's where they fucked up everything. They can get away with doing some shit, and it actually showed. And what BET was putting out was bullshit. That's why I stopped watching it, man. And I used to love BET for Comic View, Rap City. I can name you a whole bunch of shows I watched on BET and why I liked BET before, you know, the motherfuckers in charge of being stupid, doing stupid shit.
Y'all got divorced, that was the free for all, that was the green light, was it not, Miss Lee?
When BET won't worth watching no goddamn more.
To the open after a little bit, you know, let the dust settle a little bit on your divorces so it don't look so obvious that y'all was screwing each other. And now, like, once I didn't let her finish it. This is why it's going to be a live stream. Because I didn't let her finish that. Because she said a lot of inflammatory stuff afterwards. After their relationship dissolved.
To be serious, that is like going into a whole nother conversation. And as y'all can see, I'm on the toilet. And man, my butt going to sleep. I gotta cut this off so I can get up out of here. But point blank, I think I made my point clear. I didn't said enough. This is good for morning shot. I can go ahead and get my ass to work. I'll catch y'all either while I'm on the job on a good network or when I get back here. Till then, peace.